Hey guys, this is John Watts. Hope you're doing well in these very unusual times. And what I wanted to do in this video is share with you a couple of orders that we've received from the Alabama Supreme Court. Now, if you're not in Alabama, then check certainly in your own state. But these orders concern what are we doing during this coronavirus. And so here's the first order. This came out on Friday the 13th, and it's basically suspending any in-person hearing for the next 30 days. And so the first paragraph talks about there's been a pandemic and the courts are still open, but all in-person proceedings, and this includes circuit court, district court, small claims docket, juvenile court, are suspended beginning Monday the 16th through Thursday, April 16th. And there's some exceptions. So if you've been accused of a crime, you have a right to a speedy trial, so there may be an implication there. If there's a jury trial that's already in progress on Friday, most of the time we limit jury trials to beginning and ending in 1 week, but there are some times where jury trials may go 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. So if one's ongoing, then that will continue. But for example, if there was a jury trial set today, then that would be suspended or canceled. And so, again, some other exceptions here, and all this makes sense. If you've got some emergency petition, maybe a mental health situation, then that would still proceed. And the order here is telling the judges and the clerks to, hey, let's try to limit the in-court type stuff. Let's use telephone, video conferencing, things like that. And down here in this paragraph, I don't know if I can highlight. Okay, there we go. This order expressly does not prohibit court proceedings by telephone, video, teleconferencing, or other means that do not involve in-person contact. And so what does this mean? Well, it does not mean statute of limitations is extended. And we can see here the last sentence of this page 2, this court cannot extend any statutory period of repose or statute of limitations period. So your time period to sue is not affected. So people can still file lawsuits. If you've been sued, you need to answer in time. You can't take this and say, oh, well, I don't have to do anything. No, this is just saying we're not going to have trials. But if you have a deadline to answer, you still need to answer in time. And it also does not affect any out-of-court type proceedings. And I think we'll see that in the next order. But anyway, this is something that the court's doing here. Again, this is Alabama Supreme Court. This was an update issued yesterday, Sunday, and it says, look, this has no effect on out-of-court activities in civil cases, including depositions, mediations, and the court just tells everybody, lawyers, judges, look, work together on this, let's be reasonable, and let's get through this, basically. So, again, if you're in Alabama, then this would apply to you. Now, if you have a case coming up and you have a lawyer, then talk to your lawyer. Your lawyer will be able to help you with that. If you do not have a lawyer, I would not rely on this. I'd still call the court and say, hey, I've got a case set for Friday, what would that be, March the 20th. Is my case still set? Or I have a hearing, maybe a summary judgment hearing or motion to compel, whatever it might be. I would still call the court and make sure. But this gives you sort of the feel and the direction that the Alabama courts are going. And again, if you're in another state, just check with your Supreme Court or your local court, because if it hasn't, if the same sort of thing has not happened in your state yet, I feel very confident that it will. This is something that's going to affect all of us for who knows how long, but it will definitely impact all aspects of life, and you need to know from a court standpoint. We might say, well, there's things more important than this car wreck case that I have, or I was sued by a debt collector, whatever it might be. And that's true. There are more important things, but life still goes on, so we need to make sure that we're handling stuff correctly. And I hope that helps, and everybody stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.